Most great workplace cultures aren't built by the loudest people in the room. They're built by the people who quietly show up for others day after day. They're the givers. And today, we're talking about how we celebrate those people through the HeyTaco Hall of Fame. Hey everyone, welcome back to Taco Bytes, where Una and I talk about gratitude, Hey Taco, and what actually makes teams amazing. Today's episode is one I've been really excited about because I'm flipping the script a bit. I'm going to be interviewing Una about the HeyTaco Hall of Fame, why we created it, what it represents, and what we've learned from the people who've been inducted so far. Una, welcome. How are you today?
Hey, Doug. I'm doing great. Thank you. That was a great intro. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. Thank you. Before we jump in, I just want to set a little context. One thing we've learned over and over is that great cultures aren't transactional. They're not built on scorekeeping. They're built by people who give recognition freely, thoughtfully, and consistently without expecting anything in return. Those people are culture carriers. And that's really what the Hall of Fame is all about. So, Una, let me start here. Why did we feel it was important to create the Hall of Fame in the first place?
I remember back in 2023, that's when we launched our first HeyTaco Hall of Fame. It coincided with the launch of our new feature, which is TacoTars, right? TacoTars are little taco avatars that people unlock as they use HeyTaco. And just like with everything in HeyTaco, you unlock things and you move up levels in TacoTars and whatnot, the more you give and the more widely you give across your team, right? So we launched this TacoTar and there were 50 of them. And the 50th one was the HeyTaco Hall of Famer. So we started thinking, well, we have a HeyTaco Hall of Famer, but do we have a HeyTaco Hall of Fame? Maybe we should. So it was a great kind of intro into like, hey, let's just go do this. And when we started thinking about, well, who are the HeyTaco Hall of Famers? Like, why would someone be inducted into that? And we decided to launch this HeyTaco Hall of Fame to celebrate individuals, not teams, regardless of their role, who show up consistently with their team. They're giving the most tacos, they're giving quality tacos, and they're giving across the wide range of their team. And it was our way to celebrate people who are those culture carriers, like you said, who are not necessarily the loudest, but they always show up and celebrate people around them.
Yeah, I love that. So, this isn't about being the loudest voice or the most visible person on the team. What is it about?
It is all about being a giver. And what we mean by being a giver is a person who selflessly and just because they want to celebrate other people on their team. They might celebrate them for really helping them out with a project. They might celebrate them because they have a great hair day. They might celebrate them because they did something awesome and they accomplished a milestone. But this is all about being a giver. So there's a few different ways we look into people going into HeyTaco Hall of Fame. Like, what does it mean to be a giver? And there are three different things, right? Just sheer amount of tacos, right? Some people have been using HeyTaco for a long time and they have been giving thousands and thousands and thousands of tacos. So we look at quantity, right? Then we look at consistency. Is this a person who just gives a bunch of tacos in a single day and never shows up again? We want people who are consistently giving tacos. And then we look at the quality of those tacos, right? If you're just sending a taco as if it's candy, not as meaningful as actually writing a really thoughtful message around it. So we also look at that, the quality of the messages. So that's what it's all about. It's being that giver, showing up consistently with quality, and celebrating not just your best buds, but also everyone on the team.
Yeah, that really is the giver mindset. So, showing up for others even when there's no obvious reward. Let's talk about the people themselves. What
Mhm.
has stood out to you about the last three Hall of Fame inductees?
It's so fun to talk about this because in preparation for this episode, I listened to all of their, acceptance speeches, to call it that way. And just listening to those speeches, I got excited about life, right? I was like, I just want to go give a taco. I just want to be a better person. So before I even dive into what makes them different is when you hear them talk and when you hear about how they approach work and approach being a teammate, you're just more inspired to be a better person. So all three of them are just so inspirational. Even though I've talked to them, I've recorded those videos, every single time I watch one, I'm like, let's go, right? I'm excited to just be alive. But what stands out about all three of them is that to them, there's no reason too big or too small to give a taco, right? They're not waiting for someone to do something extraordinary to deserve a taco. They share tacos very graciously with everyone, regardless of what the other person accomplished. So they're always looking out for that. And they're always finding the positive in everything they do. So they know that there's going to be hard days. The three people work in totally different areas of their companies. There's always going to be hard days, but they always try and find something positive to appreciate about the other person. So those are the two things that really stood about all three of our inductees. And then if you're up for it, I have a lesson from each one of them that all of us can take into our work days and life in general and just be better people.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one, Tammy Mangan, hails all the way from Australia. She's our first HeyTaco Hall of Fame inductee. And one of the things that she lives by is to find a positive in everything, right? She says there's always bad things, there's always hard things, but there's always something positive to be grateful for and to appreciate about other people. So I really, really loved that line about like find the positive in everything. And then Josh from Portland, Oregon, our second HeyTaco Hall of Fame inductee, Josh had a couple tips that I thought were really interesting. One is a tactical one, which is schedule messages even on the day off, your days off, to go out to people. So he sometimes finds that maybe his daily taco limit is not enough. So why not take advantage of those weekend days or days when he's not working and make someone's day even when he's offline, right? So he'll schedule those taco messages in advance for something that someone did so they can get them even when he's out. And then the second thing is what Josh said that I loved. He said, you never know what kind of day someone else is having, right? Especially not working in an office. You have no idea what someone's mood is. Maybe their kid cried all night. Maybe their dog just passed away. I don't even know. And a small taco, even just a single taco for a small thing, can really make or break someone's day. So he was like, you never know what the other person's going through, but a taco always makes everything better. And then our latest HeyTaco Hall of Fame inductee, Sarah Zimmerman from Wisconsin, she said one thing which I thought was awesome, which is nothing's too small for a taco. So sometimes she'll give people tacos because they crushed a really big project. And sometimes their hair just looks great on a Zoom call, right? If you approach life with this attitude of nothing's too small to recognize people about, I think you'll find a lot of different opportunities to say thank you and celebrate people around you.
Yeah, I love that. And I think you and I both can agree that, being a giver really helps lift everyone up around you. So really important there. All right, let's switch gears for a second and talk about the fun part. And that is what actually happens when someone makes it into the HeyTaco Hall of Fame.
Well, a few different things. So the first one is people get to design their own custom tacotar. So as I said, TacoTars are little taco avatars that people unlock as they climb levels within HeyTaco and as they give more to a wider percentage of their team. And these three people got to design their own custom tacotar that is added to their HeyTaco profile and stays with them for as long as they have a HeyTaco account. So a custom tacotar, which is, a pretty fun part. The second thing is they get to live on our website forever as HeyTaco inductees. So everyone else can celebrate them going into the future, not just us. And then the third and most fun one is bragging rights, right? Forever, they can say, I'm a HeyTaco Hall of Famer. Not many of us get to be into the Hall of Fame of anything in our lives, right? So these people definitely deserve to be celebrated for just being a giver, for being a great teammate and making people's days around them better.
Got it. If there's one takeaway from this episode, it's this: the strongest teams aren't built by stars, they're built by givers. And I think you would tend to agree with that, right, Una?
Oh, absolutely. Like every time I talk to our customers, or just users, like people who are not necessarily the administrators of HeyTaco. By the way, none of these people are administrators of HeyTaco. They're end users, just being grateful for their teammates. It's definitely true. Being a giver pays dividends and is just a more fun way to live.
Agree. All right, well, I think we should wrap this episode up. So as you head back into your workday, here's a question to sit with. Who's someone on your team who quietly shapes culture every day? The strongest teams aren't built by stars, they're built by givers. Thanks for listening to Taco Bytes. We'll see you next time.